Hi, you're watching Take 5 and I am Aditi Prasad. Today we are going to talk about the highly controversial NCT Amendment Bill, or the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Bill 2021. Now, it's been passed by both houses of the parliament amid stiff resistance from virtually every opposition party. Some have even called the centre's move as coercive federalism, quote unquote. Now, in a nutshell, what the bill does is take away the final powers of the Delhi government and literally hands it over to the Lieutenant Governor, who is appointed by the centre. Now, the Delhi government continues to administer, have cabinet meetings, pass orders, but all executive orders will now go to the LG, and finally he will decide if they will apply or not. Now, the opposition is calling it the central government's underhanded way to snatch away the democratic rights of elected governments of states and union territories.
उस कानून में लिखा है कि अब से दिल्ली सरकार का मतलब होगा एलजी। तो भाई साहब, फिर हमारा क्या मतलब होगा? फिर जनता का क्या मतलब होगा? फिर आपका क्या मतलब होगा? फिर देश की जनता का क्या मतलब होगा? अगर दिल्ली सरकार का मतलब एलजी होगा तो दिल्ली की जनता कहां जाएगी? दिल्ली की जनता की चलेगी नहीं चलेगी? मुख्यमंत्री कहां जाएगा? फिर चुनाव क्यों कराए थे? जनता लाइन में क्यों लगी थी? जनता ने वोट क्यों दिया था? जनता के वोट का कोई मतलब नहीं बचा।
On its part, the central government, of course, rejects all such allegations. They claim that the amendments will lead to transparency, will lead to better governance in the national capital territory of Delhi. Now, Aam Aadmi Party has said that it will approach the Supreme Court against the legislation, which they claim attempts to make the Delhi government administratively impotent. Now, knowing Arvind Kejriwal, he will fight it out on the streets, in the courts and anywhere else, and even turn it into a big national issue, because Mr. Kejriwal always loves a good fight. But over the next few minutes, be that as it may, I want to put to you both sides of the argument and what the Supreme Court had said in its 2018 verdict. But first, let's go into the 4 key amendments brought in by this bill, which has put the cat among the pigeons. Clause number 1. At the heart of the controversy is an amendment that makes it compulsory for Delhi government to take the opinion of the Lieutenant Governor on all matters before taking any executive action. So basically, the elected government cannot decide on matters in its jurisdiction without prior consultation with the LG. This is one of the most irksome amendments for the Delhi government, which has for long been locked into a fight with the LG's office. The second amendment is in the section 21, where the bill makes it clear that the term government in any law made by the Delhi Legislature Assembly shall mean the Lieutenant Governor. While this has always been the case, really, the wording has sparked anger from the ruling Aam Aadmi Party. Thirdly, the bill prohibits the Legislative Assembly from making rules for its committees on day-to-day administration or to conduct inquiries into the administrative decisions. Now, this provision could put a question mark on most of the House panels which have been constituted over the past several years to consider matters of day-to-day administration of the capital. This includes, actually, if you think about it, the inquiry into the role of Facebook in the February 2020 riots in northeast Delhi. And the fourth and the last amendment is in section 24, where a provision has been added that the LG will not pass on to the President for consideration any bill which covers matters that fall outside the purview of the powers conferred on the Legislative Assembly. Now, the amendments that seek to give an upper hand to the LG and the centre are a result of the frequent standoffs between the LG's office, the Lieutenant Governor's office, and the office of Arvind Kejriwal, or actually the Delhi government. In fact, from 2015 to 2018, the AAP government was routinely facing off with the centre over several, policy decisions and the powers of the Lieutenant Governor. Then in 2018, the Supreme Court actually gave a verdict favouring the Delhi government, after which Kejriwal's ministers reportedly stopped sending files to the LG's office. Let's take a look at what the Supreme Court said and compare it with what this bill does actually on the ground. So the 5-judge bench in its 2018 order made it very clear that the LG is bound to act on aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. Now, this is in all matters where the Delhi government exercises its executive and legislative powers, except 3 subjects, which are police, land and law and order, which fall under the central government's purview. The 2021 amendment cites the same judgment, but gives a clear upper hand to the LG and the centre in all matters relating to the administration of the national capital. The Constitution bench unequivocally also said that while it is necessary to appraise the LG of all decisions, this does not mean that his concurrence or his permission is required beforehand or after. In contrast, the NCT Bill makes it mandatory for the Delhi government to seek the opinion of the Lieutenant Governor on all matters before taking any executive action. Now, the Aam Aadmi Party is raring to take this fight back to the top court. Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has vowed that his party will continue to struggle to restore power to Delhiites. Now, this one is not likely to go down without a bitter centre versus Delhi government face-off, which we've been seeing on and off over the last few years. This debate is certainly not over. If you have a view on it, please go down, look at the comments button and put your views there. We would love to hear from you. Click on the bell icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel and never miss a video from Hindustan Times again.